When the power grid goes down, your modern smart kitchen suddenly becomes a counterful of useless plastic. Modern consumer appliances are largely engineered for planned obsolescence. Beneath the sleek exterior, the internal mechanisms frequently rely on fragile plastic gears and brittle clips that are practically guaranteed to snap under normal pressure, and when they fail, we rarely investigate. A discarded high-end vacuum sitting on the curb is usually just suffering from a clogged internal filter. We throw away perfectly functional motors because diagnosing the physical problem feels harder than swiping a credit card for a replacement. Contrast that with these vintage hand tools. They are built from solid steel and operate entirely on raw mechanical leverage. By relying on simple physical forces rather than complex electronics, they effortlessly outlast the computerized gadgets we buy every 3 years. We readily trade mechanical simplicity for electronic convenience. But the moment the power cuts out, that trade leaves us stripped of our personal resilience. This dynamic scales up to the house itself. Modern survival in a cold climate is currently dependent on highly complex, grid-tied machines. We accept that staying warm in the winter requires a continuous, motorized feed from a centralized utility. It acts as an inescapable, lifelong monthly subscription fee to a natural gas or electricity company, just to survive the freezing temperatures. But you can heat an entire home for practically nothing. All it requires is replacing that motorized machinery with undeniable, unmonetizable physics. A backup generator is just a secondary bridge to a fragile system. Building for off-grid resilience means engineering your environment so that the utility grid is no longer a requirement for survival. Take a look at this traditional brick fireplace. It feels warm, but structurally it is inefficient. Up to 90% of the thermal energy produced here flies straight up that wide vertical chimney and vanishes into the night sky. To fix this, off-grid builders rely on a DIY system called a rocket mast heater. It changes the mechanical flow of the fire to prioritize heat capture over simple combustion. Instead of a normal firebox, it uses a J-shaped combustion chamber. Feed dead branches down the tube, and fire burns horizontally. This violent draft pulls the fire into an insulated tunnel. Temperatures spike to 2,000 degrees, igniting dark smoke particles and leaving zero smoke emissions. By applying extreme thermodynamic pressure, you extract a massive amount of usable energy from scattered, dry yard waste. Generating that heat is only the first step. The critical difference is preventing that energy from escaping, which relies on a concept called thermal mass. Instead of venting ultra-hot exhaust outside, air is diverted horizontally through a serpentine labyrinth of metal ductwork. These pipes are buried under tons of dirt and clay. This dense earth acts as a massive thermal battery, absorbing and trapping the extreme heat inside the bench. By the time the exhaust finally leaves the house, it is completely cooled. Meanwhile, the dirt bench slowly radiates its stored warmth into the room, keeping the space heated for days from just a single short fire. This method of capturing and distributing thermal energy establishes a completely different baseline for off-grid efficiency. You won't find these built into many modern suburban homes. In multiple municipalities, these highly efficient dirt stoves are restricted by building codes designed exclusively to protect commercial HVAC installations. But reclaiming autonomy does not always require massive architectural projects. You can apply this same mindset to domestic microhabits. Take pest control. Instead of paying a professional exterminator, laying down a thin dusting of cheap boric acid powder leverages a roach's biological cleaning habits against itself, effectively clearing an infestation through raw biology. Or food storage. Using a paper towel to strip moisture from fresh vegetables before refrigeration slows the biological processes that lead to rot, extending their shelf life for weeks using basic chemistry. These adjustments all share a common thread. They prioritize a basic understanding of physical and chemical laws over a total reliance on commercial services. The easiest way to survive a fragile grid is to ensure your most crucial daily functions have a reliable manual backup. Long-term resilience relies on acquiring applied knowledge rather than purchasing expensive secondary emergency technology. Reject systems built for planned obsolescence. Learn the physical laws that run the world. Share these fundamental principles with others and take back control of your modern life.